Here's the deal, two things before this video starts. At the making of this video, Witch Queen is 13 days away. In this time, there are some things to focus on if you'd like to. That's what today's video is about. These are the things I'm personally focusing on, and I want to share my reasoning. Time before an expansion can be important. It could be bounty saving, it could be a lot of things. Because once you're in the expansion, rarely do you ever want to go back to get a specific role, weapon, or gear piece. Now the second thing, just a minor note, today's my birthday, so thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. Now, Witch Queen, we have some changes coming to our systems. Weapon crafting, intrinsic perks, Void 3.0, we have a raid, we have a lot coming. We had a nice video documentary yesterday. Within today's video, I have these things ranked from least important or passive all the way down to the top two. The top two to me are really the most important thing if I had to choose, but I'm gonna be doing all of these. And with how I set it up, if you decide to do this list or part of it, a lot of it will cross farm. Almost all of it. You're focusing time to certain things, so make them count. And this isn't just a random list that I put together. These are specific. There are reasons for it. So starting off in no particular order, at number 5, the Helm Umbral turn-ins. Specifically for last seasons. Destiny Content Vault is taking away a lot. The opening screen this week says that seasons 12 through 15 and a lot more are not going to be available. So the Umbral Decoder, the Splicer Servitor. But in here at the top, you have your world weapons, maybe contingency plan, legal action. I'm not too worried about these. These are gonna be going away. They're not gonna have the new intrinsic perks, but some are very good weapons. I don't know your vault, I don't know what you have, so if you want a good weapon from here, spend it there. These Umbrals are always coming, so spend your Umbrals. There are some things in past seasons like Splicer, Chroma Rush, Grid Skipper, but what I'm focusing on mainly is right here. This dude from Season of the Hunt, Deafening Whisper. Really think about it, guys. We're heading headfirst into year 5. There have been 2 of these waveform grenade launchers. The Solar Marty Retribution, this Void Deafening Whisper. If we're gonna get a new one, I would think it's gonna be Arc. But think about all the seasons and content we've had come and go over the years. Just 2 of them. This is Void, we have Void 3.0 coming. It's gonna synergize with things like Nezarec Sin, Precious Scars for Titan, and more. You can do a lot with these launchers. In PvE, you can get things going like Explosive Wellmaker. It's gonna make some wells. In the Crucible, they do 130 damage on the wave. And straight up, if these were like, how do you say, I guess, more mainstream, like if we had 3 or 4 of these that you can just get passively in, let's say, Crucible or Strikes or as a world drop, you would be seeing them. You don't see them because they came out over a year ago. We had a sunset scare, and it's just in the back of players' minds. And when this thing came out, remember, I talked about we had full seasons where some perks just went away, like Kill Clip. This is one of those seasons. It's not the best perk pull, but it's serviceable for what it brings to the table and what you can do with it. Honestly, I think they're incredible. It has the unfortunate auto-loading in the last node, so for PvE, you're really gonna be looking for Lead from Gold or Ambitious Assassin with auto-loading. That's the best bet. But Surplus works, Wellspring works, because it shoots out the wave. Something like Unrelenting is gonna work, but you're gonna be taking that over auto-loading. The perk combos are nothing crazy. It's more about utility with what it can do and how that's gonna synergize with your subclass and activities. So if you don't have it, spend your Umbrals right here. That's what I'm gonna be doing. I wanna get a good one. Lead from Gold, auto-loading is my main one. I might take a look at Unrelenting if I get it. We might not see these for another year or like ever, who knows? They're very rare. Even though these don't have the specific traits that the new ones are gonna have, there are outliers like that Deafening Whisper. That is gonna be worth it. At number 4, and at the end I have a small text of a little review of it all, but the mainstream weapons that are either going away or they're going to a different place for how we can get them. So do a run for each of them if you can. At the posting of this video, you're only going to have one more chance for some of them, or a couple chances for the others. Example, what do I mean by this? Dead Man's Tale. The Presage mission. 1, it's a great mission, but 2, the weapon itself, I made a video on it recently. I feel like it's going to be very good in the upcoming harder content. It should do really well. It's a scout, it's a part of the artifact for anti-barrier, it has distance, you have safety, it does 40% more damage to rank and file enemies, it has cranial spike for more damage, it's going to be going away. Xur is going to have it along with Hawkmoon, and to get a roll of it at that point is going to be 1 Ascendant Shard, 1 Exotic Cipher, 125,000 Glimmer, and 200 Legendary Shards. With all the things going on in a season, this will hurt. This will for sure hurt to pay all that. With DMT, you're looking for Vorpal Weapon, 4 times a Charm or Subsistence. Preferably high cals in the magazine. You're at the mercy of RNG here. I'm still looking for a Vorpal roll. But as you do this week to week, especially with these last 2, you're gonna have a couple more chances. You might fall into something that you hadn't thought about. Like my roll this week is actually really nice. I'm really enjoying it. As a controller player, it has max stability with polygonal, it has steady rounds, it has hand laid stock, so 68 stability with snapshot. It's been great. Then the other one, Hawkmoon, is the same deal. Do the mission. You might find a roll that you like or better than what you have. Many top options for PvP, rangefinder, moving target, Eye of the Storm, surplus, opening shot, PvE, rangefinder, killing wind, surplus, it's going to have that same high cost. So do the mission, get some rolls, maybe you get lucky. And you have to kind of think about it. You're basically getting these for free compared to what you're getting ready to pay. The next set of weapons, the Nightfall. This week we have the Comedian and the Arc Shadow Price. And I bring this up because Shadow Price is being vaulted along with this list right here. And I think that we have one more Iron Banner. Let me know down in the comment section about that, because if we do, you're at the mercy of RNG for something like a multi-mock. But with Shadow Price and Arc Auto, it has the Adept slot, meaning Adept big ones, whatever you want to put in there. So if you don't have one, maybe try to get it. The rolls vary. PvE, something like Overflow or 4 times a charm with 1 for all. Disruption Break can work, Thresh can work, Dragonfly Unrelenting. If I had to choose, it would probably be Overflow 1 for all. After this week, it's done, but next week, the one right before Witch Queen, there's the Hothead and Hung Jury. Hung Jury, it's going to be part of the artifact next season with the Anti-Barrier Scout. It has a place. Again, Adept big ones or other Adept mods, it's going to be leaving. So next week is the chance to snag one if you want it. Rapid Hit Firefly, Subsistence Firefly, Explosive Payload works. PvP, there's Boxed. A lot of it can work, and again, you're at just the mercy of RNG here. That's why we have weapon crafting. It's going to be serviceable. Then there's Trials. The Igneous Hammer is there. Remember, not too long ago, it got a perk refresh. It has things like Overflow, Encore. You can pair it with perks like Elemental Capacitor and more. So in conclusion, time-sensitive gear for the next couple weeks. This week, Deadman and Hawkmoon, Shadow Price. Next week, Deadman and Hawkmoon, Hung Jury. If they come up, Igneous Hammer, Multi-Mock, Time-Worn Spire, Steady Hand, Guiding Sight. Those last 4 are from Iron Banner. At number 3 on my list here is to get your Catalyst done. There's no time like the present. Straight up, I'm very busy. I just recently got my Sleeper Catalyst done last week. Every time I did DPS with Fallout, he's like, let's do Sleeper. I'm like, dude, I don't got it, okay? I haven't had the time. He's like, it's been years. I know. So there we are. I got it done. But there are other important ones. Sleeper, obviously. But those exotic primaries, Ace, Trinity Ghoul, get them done. There are 3 spots to mainly go. Tried and true is Shiro. Here's the reminder for the code in the Last Wish. You go in there, slay him out, reset, get him done. After that is going to be the new dungeon start point, the Loot Cave. I did Tiku there recently as well. I know I'm a bad guardian, but I try. I'm still doing them. In the 3rd place is the start of Garden. There's about 24 Vex there. You're just going to mow through them. But with this one, you're going to have to leave and you're going to have to come back. There's going to be load times with this. So that depends on how much you really want to put in your initial effort, because the initial effort of putting the code in, going to Shiro, it's going to be the best, it's going to be the fastest in the long run. But if you don't want to do that, go to the Loot Cave, just lay out that area. And then the last one, the start of Garden, is just kind of mindless. That's just no effort at all. It's the same rank and file. They come out, you slay them down, you go to orbit, you come back. At number 2, this is where it starts to get a little bit more, try to do it if you can. It's going to be material farming. Specifically enhancement cores, because when I saw this, and then I thought back to, they took away cost from upgrading certain things, and that was solely due to the fact because of how much crafting is going to cost as a whole. That was the reasoning, like, crafting is going to be this, so we kind of took away this. I was like, okay. Myself, I have like 75 cores. I masterwork a lot of things for reviews. I still have to go through my vault, delete a lot of those. And that was just to get the top performing role. And I've asked like 5 people. One had 700, one had 300. It's the matter weave. Remember this? It's such a pain to do. But make it an effort to pop these things like candy, because when you look at it, just look at it as cores. Like I have 167 cores right here. So when you down a yellow bar, they have the chance to drop an enhancement core. Once they do, you're gonna pop another one. Go find another yellow bar. If you're catalyst farming, each of those sections like Shiro, the Loot Cave, Start of Garden, those have yellow bars. Or maybe you want to farm cores there, that's where you can go. Because you don't want to be having fun in Witch Queen, and you're crafting, you're doing all these things, and then be like 10 cores short. And you're gonna have to go try to find them or buy them. So get your mats the best that you can. That goes for everything. You can also get the cores from vendor Ingram rank ups. Shaq, Zavala, they should have them right there in the top right corner. Now, I know a lot of you don't have this issue, but a lot of us do. And it's gonna be something you're gonna look back on, and you're like, you know what? Thanks, past Coolguy. You're the best. And the number one thing, to me at least, is the Artifice Armor. Mission critical. This skyrocketed on my list for a number of reasons. The more I learned about what we're getting ready to do, the more it makes sense just to go all in right now on these. We haven't seen armor like this. It grants a 3rd artifact spot. And with this spot, you can see as an example, you're covered. You can have all champions covered by yourself, whether it be Overload, Anti-Barrier, Unstoppable. Maybe for some of the new armor in Witch Queen, you're running Legend Lost sectors, you got it all covered. And you don't need to run all champion mods. Like, I haven't checked the number on gains, but like, you can run triple shotgun dexterity. There are a lot of things within the artifact that only cost 1. So you can still do champion mods and a fusion reloader. You can do something like auto rifle loader, fusion loader, and fastball. It goes on. They said with the artifact, it's going to be fully unlockable eventually. So all 30 mods, you can add in things that you couldn't before in the past. You can make a number of combinations to be more powerful with a build. This is dungeon specific loot, and I don't know if other armor in the future is going to have this. Actually, I wouldn't think so because we haven't seen it. It's a high probability that this is special to the dungeon. And when Witch Queen's here, you don't want to be going back doing this dungeon. So get a fire team together, set it on master, and go. LFG if you need to. Make a fire team down in the comment section. I don't care. It's a big deal. The goal would be to unlock the Artifice armor in every single slot for every character. If you do that, you're set. Don't worry about the overall stats, because you can try to get better from there. You just need them all. If it has low stats, the extra artifact mod slot holds a lot of weight. That's okay. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple weeks, not to mention there's also dares. You can do a lot of this list in dares. Farm for weapons, get your catalyst done, pop your matter weave. You know what you need. And this video was also to help kind of point some of you in the right direction if you don't know what to do. That goes along with bounty stacking, among other things. So again, thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Let's talk about this down below, help each other out, add in anything that you can. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, I am Coolguy.